Manny, after you rewatched that game, what was some of the big picture takeaways that you got?
Thought we ran the ball really efficiently. I think the O-line did a really good job of communicating all the calls they needed to make to get in the right position and make the right blocks. Running backs did a really good job of running the football. I thought we didn't really pass the ball much. I think 24 is a pretty low number of pass plays, but we weren't really going as fast as we could have gone against them. I'm not like being arrogant or anything, but if we would have continued to play fast how we would have put a lot more points on the board. There's a lot more points left on the field. You get a couple calls here and there. The stutter, T-Chat got held. That's a big play, taken back right there. There's just a couple instances where I think that we weren't as disciplined as we needed to be. And facing the opponent that we're facing this week, you can't make those mental errors that we made, especially early on in the game. You need to get out ahead early and fast. But I thought we played well. I thought you could see the want to do good. You could see the fight in our guys. You could see that they wanted to be great. It's just I don't like saying first game jitters because this is a veteran group and we can't afford to say, first game jitters. We've been in this position before, so little things like the first play of the game, getting a delay of game, it's terrible. So that's on me, I'll be sure to get us rolling early next game.
When you play a team the caliber of UTSA, you obviously don't want to crack the playbook too wide open. Sounds like you really were able to achieve that. Running the ball, you said more than you expected, maybe passing less than you expected.
Yeah, I think we ran a total of 2 concepts last game, which we went in with about 10 maybe. And we thought 10 was not even a lot, so we ran about 2, maybe 3 pass concepts. So kept it very vanilla. If we needed to, we would have busted them out, but we ran the ball really well, and what we were doing was working. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You mentioned the running game a little bit. What did you see from Eno and Isaiah, your backs in general, and what they were able to do, especially with help from the offensive line?
You want guys that when they get hit at 2 yards to fall forward and give you 4. And those guys would get hit, at the line of scrimmage sometimes. Eno is famous for pressing the B button, spinning, and getting himself another 5-6 yards. I think the stat was, 7, maybe 8 yards a carry for these guys, and that is impressive as heck. I don't care who you play against. It is hard to average that many, and we ran the ball 36 times, I think. So. They did their job and they did it well.
What are your concerns about running against Michigan State? They're strong up front as UTSA was.
Yeah, I think that their D-line obviously they're not going to do a whole lot of stunting. They're not going to move around a lot. They're just going to line up. They're going to say my guy is stronger than your guy, and they're going to try and whip the other guy's butt up front. They're going to do a lot of bull rushing in the drop back game. So we'll find the ways that we need to counter that, but yeah, they're a very talented group. Like I said, you watch the Utah State game, it is very prevalent that their defensive line is the strong suit of that team defensively. I'm just really looking forward to the guys just coming out and ready to work this week, and we had a really good Tuesday, probably the best Tuesday we've had since we started this camp and on to now. And I think it's because guys see that we're setting the standard the way it should be set, and it's not time to joke around out there. It's time to work, and I think that this team knows that.
When you watch the Michigan State secondary back, 2017 games versus what you saw last week against Utah State, were a little surprised because they didn't play well last week.
Yeah, if we're gonna just say, they first game for them. But don't get it wrong, that still is a veteran group over there. They're very talented, and they're going to play a lot of press on the outside. They're going to say your guy beat my guy, and it's going to come down to winning those one-on-ones. But they're on scholarship just like we're on scholarship. They're going to go back. They're going to watch the tape. They're going to correct the things that they feel they needed to correct. I think them playing Utah State, maybe, I don't know how it was in their locker room, but, maybe they were like, hey, these guys are from Utah State, we can just go out there and, do our thing or whatever, and we're going to win. And obviously Utah State came out and played hard, but I do think that they understand they're coming to, Sun Devil Stadium, and, I think we have our good share of Big Ten opponents that we play well against, and they know that. I'm sure their coaches are talking about it. Numbers and statistics, analytics are a real part of our game, so I think they'll come ready to play, and they'll play a lot better than they played this past Friday or Friday.
You're not really one to dress plays up a kill on that touchdown. 9 different guys. What was your reaction to him?
Just very special. Anytime you have a guy do something like that, not a lot of people are doing that. So, you want a guy to be sure to protect himself first and foremost. I need him to last all 12 games, 13, whatever we play. But man, just so special. Texting him after the game, just let him know, how fortunate I am to be able to throw him the football. But we know there's a lot of things that we didn't do right, especially him and I. We left some plays on the board, whether it was the one where we had the guy go downfield. If we were just go outside, I needed to tell him just release outside so that the DB turns his back to me and I can throw him a back shoulder, and then I don't have to wait to see his eyes. Little things like that are the things that are going to help us progress more and more.
You've been through Pac-12 now twice, you've been the top 15. You've been through the battles. Are you immune to the big game spotlight hype at this point, or does it actually feel like
This is a big game? This upcoming game is a big game? No, I'm just playing. I understand it. I would be a fool not to realize that there's a team that is historically always a very good team, has a lot of history, won a lot of football games, been to Rose Bowl, been to national championship before, So I'd be a fool not to realize that, but at the same time, I treat every team as an opponent that is coming in here and they're trying to take my dream away. And that's the kind of mindset that we have to have, and we can't second guess and can't take another day for granted, because this game could be taken away from us like that. So every game is a big game, but I am looking forward to this. I got a couple friends on the team at Michigan State, so it'll be cool to go up against them, and we don't see many opponents like this. We don't see many East Coast teams, so to have a team and to see their fans travel and see how they operate, it's just as a whole, college football, man, is such a unique experience. So, for Michigan State, for them to come all the way over here and play a game, it's cool for them to have the opportunity to do that as well. So, really, I think just game-wise, it's a game, and I understand the circumstances around it, but I'm just really looking forward to the unique opportunity we have.
overall was a big factor in the run game?
Yeah.
Just can you speak to his versatility and how he did other some of the different games?
Yeah, so we do a lot of different things up front. Our O-line is, Coach Christensen got them ready to play, and you'll see guys that are moving around and pulling and doing all these things on whether it's outside zone, and normally on outside zone, all 5 guys are going to move as one to the right. But, how they're doing things, and you'll see it on film, so it's not like I'm giving goodies away or anything. Sometimes if a guy is open, he'll pull and he'll, go kick out the extra defender and things like that. So for Cole to be, 6'5", 280, whatever pounds he is, and move like that, we had a good cut up of all the good effort plays, and he was on there a few times himself. Steve had one where he was, protecting, nobody's protecting, and we call it the kill shot, where when they bring an extra defender, he looked back, saw the extra defender, nobody on him, he left the gap, shot all the way back, and had a kill shot on the guy that was trying to loop back around. And it was like, it's just so impressive. And I texted all 5 of those guys in the group chat yesterday morning and just let them know how awesome it was and how proud I was to be able to just sit back and just be so confident in them and not have to have my eyes vary and look at the rush or anything, and keep my eyes downfield. It is such a, almost a monkey off of your back that you don't have to worry about that. So like I said in my press conference after the game, I'm going to find a way to do something special for those guys, because if they do that all year long, we could be really special.
You mentioned after the game that Eno for his first time as the feature back didn't seem like that. What do you attribute that to?
Preparation, Coach Simon, getting those guys ready to play. Heck, AJ and Sturgis, whenever they're out there, they run with the ones sometimes when we're in practice, just because it could possibly happen. And that's credit to Coach Simon and how he takes care of his guys and gets them prepared to perform at a high level. So, I think Eno he's been preparing since last season. Obviously in the spring is when he first started to step up as that feature back role. But really he just worked really hard this off season. He didn't shy away from any hard work. And he prepared in the film room for that game, and it paid off.
One more thing on Cole Cabral, with your really first game together as a combination, can you just talk a little bit more about how efficient that was the first time out?
Yeah, we had no snap miscues. We had no communication miscues. There was really no mental errors in terms of quarterback-center relationship. And anytime you have that, you're taking a step in the right direction. We don't have it figured out all the way, but we're taking the correct steps in the right direction to continue to build that relationship and continue to grow. Really proud of Cole. Dude's a fighter. We talk about it all the time, and just being comfortable in every situation. We see something happen on the field that we didn't see from the scouts because everybody makes adjustments at halftime or something. We come back when we go 3 and out or something. We just communicate those things, and we acted as if it never happened and continue to switch what we needed to switch and do the right thing. And it's like he's been playing that position his whole career here because he's just so comfortable in that role. Coach Christensen has gotten comfortable. We've communicated the correct way together. And when all 5 of those guys are on the same page, and then I'm right behind them and I'm on the same page with them, it's all good.
You want one more question?
One more. Michigan State scored 38 against Utah State, and if not for some mistakes, they could have scored more. You guys feel any pressure from big numbers?
Defense is going to have to obviously step up again. They played a really efficient game last week. There's going to be more playmakers on the field this week for Michigan State. Quarterback can really extend the play, make some great throws outside the pocket. I've trained with him for the past 3-4 years now, so I'm really excited for the competition that's about to come in here for the defense. But we're going to do what we need to do. Our goal is simple. Every time we get the ball, we want to end with a kick, whether it's a punt, field goal. We don't want any turnovers, obviously, but our goal is to end with a kick and score points at the end of the day. I'm excited for the opportunity. There's going to be a lot of cases where we're just going to have to go out there and just do what we do.
Manny, are you and Brian kind of similar, or how would you describe it?
Brian is very, very talented, very smart kid. We did a lot this offseason together, just a lot of mechanical stuff. We both work with Dennis, so it's kind of cool. I was talking to Dennis yesterday that, he has 2 of his guys going against each other. But, he is just – the thing about Brian that kind of separates him from a lot of people is his work ethic, and not only let alone his work ethic, but just his attitude towards everything. We're pretty similar. I'm never going to say anybody's better than me or anything like that, just because that's just my mindset. But man, he's just so talented, and I'm super happy. He got injured this past year, so the year before he was out for pretty much the whole year almost. So I watched him come back and rehab his ankle or whatever it was. Pretty sure it was his ankle that whole time, and him coming out, I threw with him for the first time after his ankle, and it was bugging him. So just to see where he is now, man, I'm just really excited for him. He has a really big opportunity to do some special things and take it on to the next level. But he's going to, like I say, he's going to do a lot of good things outside the pocket. He's faster than a lot of people expect, just because he's tall white boy. Everybody thinks he's going to sit in the pocket and throw the ball. Just like every time I tell somebody I'm a quarterback, they say, "Oh, you must be a running guy," that type of thing. So, but he's going to do a really good job of knowing his offense. He's a vetted guy. He's been started there for 3 years, just like me now. So he's going to have control, and you're going to see the leadership on the field from him, and he's going to make some special plays, and it's just going to be what team makes more special plays.
Thank you, Manny.
Thanks, guys.